You are saved then.
So these mates,
The
they were asking. Yeah.
most eligible bachelor, sir. Who will want to do
Yes,
that?
yes, yes. He has been the most eligible bachelor of ISC Bangalore, now IIT Kanpur.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's some next level thing.
Mm. Yeah.
Roshan, are you sharing your screen? Yes, it's coming up now.
Uh,
Assets, detect collision, syntax error. So you just have to add a semicolon, that's it, or a comma. It says no.
where exactly, sir? Is this also being
Double
shared?
click on the error. Double click. Yes, yes, yes. Double click on the error. Any of the error, you double click, it will take you that line. So in your script, detect collisions in line number 17, character number 35. You missed
Ah,
a comma there. Just double click on the error.
it is showing that syntax error line 35. When
No,
I
no, no.
come
Line number
down,
7. Line number
line
first
number
argument
7, yeah.
line. 35 is the character number. So each character is a
36.
column kind of a thing.
Right. So this
You just
is
double click on the error on the top line, then it will take you to the direct same line. Double click here. It will open up the script and your cursor will be at the exact point where you have to edit.
okay. I think I what do you say? I opened that on Notepad, and it's not going
Okay.
there. Can you see this,
I,
sir?
no, no, only Unity screen is visible. Are you
Oh,
sharing a
is it?
window or a screen? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I think I did a mistake. Let me share.
Professor Gautam, who was that legend who was writing the code in Word, Microsoft Word?
It's Jaya.
That, yeah,
Jaya
that's
Chandra.
the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
most legendary moment in my complete career. Okay, detect collisions, line number 7 on trigger. Right, right. So what's the issue here? On trigger enter. Looks fine only.
Hmm.
Roshan,
Yeah.
you have skipped. So so just remember for everyone, public
Okay.
class, some class name, mono behavior. Now all of your code should be inside the main two brackets. Your main two brackets are missing. So just put a after in the line number 6, put a curly bracket, starting
Okay.
bracket, and line number 11, put a bracket. Close this. Now in line number 11. So basically, every code, whatever code you write, should be inside the top level brackets, which are for the class. So you're defining public
Ah.
class, detect collisions, mono behavior, everything should be inside this. Now
Okay.
it is fine. Just right click and format code. So it will look way better. That's it. So all the 4 errors are in this line only. Now
Okay.
it's missing reference exception. There is one more error.
Acha. So this is, but it's
Missing
not
reference.
spawning.
Missing reference. Click. Pause the game, and you have double click in the spawn manager. Go to the
Hmm.
spawn manager. Yeah, just go to the spawn manager. Game object.
Spawn
Not here.
manager.
I think in the list you have forgotten to add animals there. In the go to
Oh,
the
yeah. Here. In the
yeah.
spawn manager in the inspector, right?
You have added already. Then what's the
Huh.
problem now? No, it just
So,
basically the object of the game object has been destroyed, but you are still trying to access it. So basically, once you destroy, no,
ah,
just click on the element 0 dog. Like, have
element,
you added it from element 0 on the right hand
this
side,
one.
and
Yeah.
element 0 above
El- About.
animal prefabs element
Ah,
0.
right. Yeah.
Click it, double click it. So that's the problem. So you have added all these objects from the hierarchy, but you should add the reference from the prefabs folder, not from the hierarchy. So
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
it is spawning once and it is getting destroyed. So next time when it is looking for dog, uh, it is not able to find it because it is not there. So always give
Okay.
reference for spawning behavior from the prefabs. So when you're
Acha. So I
instantiating,
go to
the reference should,
these free
just drag
prefabs
and drop.
and
Yes, yes, yes. Just
loss.
replace them with this. Stag and change it with dog. Yeah. Now play
Sure.
it, save and play. Control S and play.
I'm not okay. It is spawning.
It is spawning. Yeah. Otherwise, if you add from the hierarchy, then only those three animals will be spawned. That's it.
Oh, now
No,
I
nothing
have to
more.
even, I think now I have to even activate the collision effect also, no, because they're not,
Yes.
uh,
Just
uh
click on. No, wait. Just click on these animals. Any one of the animals in the hierarchy. In the hierarchy.
in the hierarchy, okay,
It is working fine. No, it has all the scripts.
right.
Just go
Even
top, go to top and select override. So these three animals are working fine now with all the collisions and everything. Top,
yes,
top,
yes,
top.
yes,
Scroll up,
yes,
scroll up, scroll up. On the inspector window, scroll up,
right,
scroll up. Now click
okay,
override, override, override,
overrides.
apply, 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 apply.
Acha.
For all three animals, do this.
Okay,
Override, apply. So now your prefab has all the changes. Now everything will work fine. Now run.
That's what I'm saying. Why are they getting so
So now if you hit them, they will. I think it is not there in the horse. Horse is not getting destroyed. Try to shoot the horse. It is working. Now it is fine.
horse is destroying, yeah.
Yeah, everything is working fine. Yes.
Yeah, it's continuously spawning right now, correct. This is good.
Yes.
Okay. I added one spin
And
also to the food.
yeah, I was about to ask that your food item is spinning. That's a good effect. I thought I'll give
I
it as a challenge maybe in the class today, but it's good.
I thought I'll
So you
also
open
try
the
to
update
explode.
function. So the
Vinay sir,
exploding
so
thing we will see in the next class, matlab in the next
okay,
unit.
okay. Acha, acha. Can these models be edited in Blender?
Yeah. You can do that. Just
Okay, okay.
export
Then
them and then maybe yeah.
I'll explode them also then.
Yeah. So you have worked on Blender before.
No. First time. I just installed Blender for the first time. Right
Yeah,
now.
it's really good tool.
Actually,
But I
Vinay, we are
am also
planning to
trying to learn.
host a Blender session as well.
So
Post
can
this.
I be a
Yeah.
part of that? Can I be a part
Yeah,
of
you
that?
can. Yeah,
Even
yeah.
I am
Yeah,
trying to
yeah, yeah.
learn. So I know
Yeah,
like very
app-based
basic things.
Unity, Touch Designer, and Blender. 3 sessions we have planned, but let's see. It depends on how much our guys are actually able to make it up. It's tiring as well.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
but Unity, even I myself, I am feeling the learning curve is steep because for people from non-coding background, I think
Yeah,
it might be little. Yeah,
a lot of things that happening at same time, scripts and all.
yeah,
So, but maybe
yeah.
like in a week or so, we will be fine. Like at least we will be able to understand how things work, and we can be able to Google and fix,
Nice. Yeah.
maybe do whatever you want to do.
Mm.
So, guys, what's the status? All of you done with the
Hello,
assignments? Unit 1. Yes, Tina.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
It is showing an error
What is the error?
of food flight error. Should I present it?
Yes, of course. What is the error? Can you read the line? Say some.
Silly mistakes I've made here.
So the name projectile prefab does not exist in the current context. So what the meaning of this error is that in the line number 25, you have used projectile prefab term somewhere as a variable,
Huh.
but it is not
Yes.
defined before. So go to this, double click on the error. So line number 20, projectile, right. See, you have used projectile prefab, but if you look up in your script, it has never been defined what is projectile prefab. So you have to write public game object projectile prefab. So it is not a dynamic language like Python. So basically, for any variable that you want to use, you have to define it somewhere. Okay. So it's like introducing a new term without a proper definition. So the interpreter is getting confused. What does this thing mean? Because you have not defined it. Now write public game object because it is of type game object. With capital G. This is the small g means the instance on which this script is attached, and this thing is a class. So this means that you are defining a variable which is of the access is public, it is publicly available, it is of type a game object, and the name of the variable is projectile prefab. Now save it, Control S, because there is a white dot on the script. Save it, go back to your Unity editor, and drag and drop the food item in this from the prefabs folder. Let it compile. Hey, wait. Why do you have these two scenes open? No, it will not work. You have to assign a prefab, a game object. You have to drag and drop. You have just defined the name, but what that name contains, it's not done yet. And you have two scenes open right now. This should not be the way. You have a sample scene open in your hierarchy window, and there is this prototype 2 also open. So maybe just go to that player, click on your player or farmer, whatever is there. Scroll down, simple farmer woman. Now go, scroll down. Why do you have two player controllers on this? Delete one of the script. So only one component should be attached, like of a same type. Remove component. And shoot food flight. Click on the food flight script on which it is attached. It should be on food pizza. Click on food pizza on the hierarchy window and scroll down. Projectile prefab. Why have you added it there? See, it is asking for projectile prefab. No, just wait. Why have you added this in this script? It should be on the player script, right? Player controller. Because when you press the spacebar, the food should launch. So this trigger should happen from the player, not from the food flight,
Okay.
right? So,
Yes.
okay, let me just open up Paint and probably then I'll explain what is going on. Okay. So you just write that line, define that food, just go back to your script, food flight, double click the food flight script, or maybe just go to your VS Code. Right. So you are saying input get key down spacebar and you are instantiating the prefab. So this should not happen on the food prefab because initially when there is no food item, then if you press the spacebar, nothing will happen because the game object is not there. But my player will be always there until he is like the one until the game is over. So I should write all the things related to the player behavior in the player controller script. So just copy paste these two lines: public game object prefab and the whole if statement for input get key down into your player controller, and then it should work. And in the editor window, you have to assign the food prefab. Yeah, right. And horizontal input and go to food flight. Copy the whole if complete if loop from line number 20. No. From line number 22 to 27. The first if loop. Yeah, that is it. Because the other two are okay. They will be applied to the food item only. Now at the bottom you can paste. Spacebar, enter. Right. Perfect. It should work now. Save it. Control S. Go back to your simple farmer. Your editor. Go to Unity editor. Now select the simple farmer game object in the hierarchy window. Once the compilation is done. Now here in the projectile prefab, you drag and drop the food item from the prefabs. Have you saved this food pizza? Click on food pizza 01 in the hierarchy. Click here and click on overrides. First of all, do you have a prefabs folder in your script?
Yes.
Wait.
Yes, I
Where is
have.
that? Where is that? I don't see it here. No. This is the script. This is the package that we downloaded. You have to create your own folder. No. Just click on assets. Click on assets folder. Now click on the right hand side. No. Oh, in the open area. Create new folder. Yes. Right click. Create new folder. Call it prefabs. Now drag and drop the food pizza one into this folder. Open this folder. Double click or drag and drop on top of it. Drag and drop it here. Original prefab. Right. Now go to your simple farmer in the hierarchy window. Now drag and drop this food pizza from prefab folder to the projectile prefab. So basically you are no in the right hand side, not there. So you basically in the player controller script you have the projectile prefab, right? The variable.
Yeah.
It says
Yes.
none right now. So you have to drag and drop this item in place of none. So it means that you have defined a variable. Now you are actually adding a component there, right? So if I say Satish is not working correctly, so you will ask, no, who Satish is. I can say he's a person, but there has to be an actual human being whose name is Satish, right? To make sense. Otherwise, it's just an imaginary concept we're talking about. So drag the food pizza 01 from the prefab folder and drop it here. Yeah, perfect. That's it. That's fine. Now you start playing. Press the spacebar. The food should launch if everything is correct. Press spacebar.
No.
So it is spawning. See, you have lot of food item, food pizza 01 clone. They are spawning, but you have not added the move forward script. Click on play again to pause to exit the play mode. Now click on the error, any one of the error. They are the same errors in the console window. Click on the error. You need to assign a parental prefab variable for the food plate script in the inspector. Now you click or double click the error or the red icon, double click on that. Anyone, double click. So it is saying you have to attach a projectile prefab or reference. Now remove this. It is not required. So basically, it is when you press the space bar, it is looking for the projectile prefab, but it is not added. Leave it, save it, and play. So basically, in the food flight script, every food item, when you press space bar, it is looking for where is my prefab, projectile prefab, but it is not able to find it. So nothing is happening. You are getting the error. Now it should work. Do you have the move forward script as well? Press spacebar. So it is spawning. Now it is not moving. See, if you scroll down the hierarchy window, scroll down, you see two food pizza icons. Now click on the game window and again press spacebar 4 times.
Game window.
Yeah, the bottom window. Click there and
Four.
press spacebar 4 times. You will see 4 more items. See, now you have
Yes.
4 more. So basically it is spawning. But why it is not moving? Because the food item, the pizza you have, does not have a script attached to it, which makes it move. So basically, you have to write the move forward script. You have to create a new script. Go to your scripts folder. Does it have the move forward script already?
No.
No. So you just click on right click, create new script, create C# script, and name it move forward. No space. Never put a space in the script name because it is going to be a class name essentially and it will not work. Double click it. In the update function, just write what? First of all, define a variable called speed, private variable or public variable, keep it public float speed. Or space between public and float. Speed is equal to 40. Now come to update function and write transform.translate. So to move forward, what do we need? The direction vector 3 dot forward, vector 3, capital V 3 tab dot forward. Just that, multiplied by speed multiplied by time dot delta time. Time dot capital T. Yes. So basically what this means, you have defined a variable called speed, and update means every time the in loop you are actually moving, making the game object move forward. Right, now you have to attach
Yes.
it to your food prefab. Go back to Unity, first save the file, Control S. And so basically you are calling, whenever this object is active, you keep moving forward at each frame. So it could be 60 FPS, like say 60 times per second or whatever, but it will keep moving forward whenever it is active. So whenever you spawn the food, it will start moving forward. So in your food pizza one in the hierarchy, click on the food pizza one in the hierarchy. Last item. Now drag and drop, move forward on top of it or on the right hand side. Yes. Now click on food. Click on food. Click on food pizza one. Array, you already have this foo flight script all attached, but it's fine. You can remove that later on. Now go to override. Scroll up. Scroll up. Override. No, no, no. This is fine. This is fine. This is okay. You on the right hand side in the inspector window, click on override on the top. Override because you want to save it in the prefabs. Overrides apply all. So now if you go to your prefabs folder, go to your prefabs folder in the project window and double click on this, or single click is also fine. You will see now move forward is attached over here. On the right hand side, move forward is there and the
Yes.
foo flight has been removed. Now click play, it should work. See that one went away. Press space bar. Now you're shooting. Move left and right and then press space bar. So it's working fine. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
But your food item is not getting destroyed. I think your code, go back, pause it and go to your script. So you have written that destroy out of bounds. Have you written the script destroy out of bounds? Go to your scripts folder.
Which
Okay,
one
it's
script,
not
sir?
there. So it's not there. So you have to write a script called destroy out of bounds. You can check it in the PDF. So
Okay. Yes.
basically,
Sir.
once your food item goes beyond the screen, the screen that you are able to see, then there is
Yeah.
no need of that food item. So you can destroy that so that it
Okay.
is not there in your hierarchy.
Okay, sir. I will do
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. If you get stuck, you let me know. I think Roshan
Okay.
had his hand up, hand raised.
Yes.
Sir, that
Thank you.
was sorry, Tina.
Yes.
So this is regarding that prefab. No, once we take the one of those characters and put it in the prefab, it will prompt, right? Original
Or
variant.
variant.
What does that mean? So just to understand, I'm asking.
So basically, it's like you have an object and you have an object. You make some changes to it, and you want to save it in the memory so that you are able to use it whenever you want. Suppose you define a car. So
Hmm.
now, if you are making a racing game, there should be not a requirement to make 20 different cars. So you can have a simple car. Now change the color, change the tire color, change the lights, change the design a small bit. So
Right.
you can have multiple types of car based on a single car. So
Hmm.
prefabs means prefabricated objects that you can reuse. Okay. So once you make a prefab, on top of it, you can still make some changes, right? So now it's your choice whether you want to save it as a new prefab or a variant of a previous prefab. So if you are making it a new prefab, then it is taking everything and creating a new object. So if this is my previous object, this is my new object. Now these two will be saved in the memory, right? So this whole space and this whole space is being taken. If I select just a variant, then only the difference will be saved. So and logically, whatever is being uh, consumed or whatever is being same as the previous prefab, it will get referenced. So basically, the change only will get saved, and this prefab will be there. So it is kind of you want to save the memory allocation or the overall space how the prefabs are being saved. So in our case, because we want to use this particular object separately from the previous prefab, that's why we are saving it as a original prefab. Or you can still say, so if you save it as a original prefab and you remove all the prefabs from the course library, then still also it will work, right? If you save the current player and the food item as a prefab variant, then that particular prefab from which it was made, that has to be there in the game, in your project file. If you delete this one, then this will also not work because it has connections to the previous prefab. So it's like just saving the changes, not the actual thing. The variant
Got
is
it.
just the changes.
Got it. Got it. Thank you, sir, for explaining
Okay.
that.
Okay, Rajshekhar, you have a question?
Yeah, I'll just share my screen.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So I made a mistake, like how to create the project name. So can you help me in changing the project name after creating over here? So you can see new project, new Unity project, new Unity project. There are three projects.
So just go to the first project in the file explorer and change the name there. That's it. Go to the
Okay,
in the file explorer in my computer, D drive, C drive, Hive, Unity,
Okay.
and don't save it in C drive if you plan to work on. Or do you have? Don't you have? Okay, you only have C drive. You need to double click it, open it. Now, where is the project?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Rename it. That's it. Whatever you want. You need to,
Okay.
or that's it. And now when you reload it, you have to add its farmer project. Right. Now just go back to your Unity hub. Now, if you refresh, there is no option to refresh, right? Now go to double click on this. This should not open. Double click on this, the very first one, the very first, the one you changed.
This is the one I
Okay,
changed.
this one. Double click. It should not work. Okay. Now you go to your add, top right add, because you want to add giving a new. Now go to the same path. Unit 2, prototype files, farmer, double click. That's it. Open.
Okay.
It will work. That's it. So just name the file and add it here in the projects again.
Okay. So I can delete the other thing, right?
Delete the other. It is just a visual. No, you don't want to. So if you look at the right hand side, you will see remove from the project list. That's it. So you
Okay.
will not be able to see it here on the three dots. If you click on the three dots on the right,
It also has
remove from the
freedom.
list. Yeah, this only I'm saying. Remove from the project list. That's it.
Okay.
Now you rename the all others and add it here.
Okay. So now if I run, it will run, right?
Yeah. So everything is same. You just change the name.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, cool. What about others? I see some of you have posted the videos as well. Take some bananas. Nice. Then Deepak Pandey also added. But Deepak, you have to destroy the dog once it goes beyond the view of the player. It's just an optimization, but it's better we do that. And
sir,
your balls are getting disappeared at the very top only. Is it because your dog
Yes,
has
sir.
a very huge bounding box or collider? Okay, good. Cool, guys. What about the rest of the people? Were they able to do it or they were facing any issues? Deepak is working on it. Fine. If you are getting stuck anywhere, please let me know. We'll fix it right now. Otherwise, we will be moving forward. Then it will be a task for you. Okay, Lakshmi, please go ahead.
It's actually something that was covered a few classes back, but I ran into it.
No issues.
It's the issue where the food item is launching at the ground level and not at the height in the food feed.
So you just have to add a offset. So in the spawn manager, uh, not in spawn manager, in your player controller or the farmer controller, where you
Yeah.
are spawning the object, you have to add a offset there. That's it. So
Oh,
let me. So I'll just share my screen, or if you want, you can share. That way you can understand better. If you share a screen, I'll tell you what to do. So go to your farmer controller and wherever you are using that space bar. Yes. So in the second argument, transform dot position plus you write new vector 3 in the last if statement, where you are getting capturing the space bar. In the second argument, which is transform dot position, you add plus. Here only you write space bar plus new vector 3. New So there is a space between new, v is capital, vector 3, and plus right, position plus transform dot position plus, because you want to add these two things, plus new vector 3, and you can write, say you want to increase the height in the y direction, so 0 comma say 0.5 or 1.5 and 0 0.5, maybe do it 1 1 1, or you can change that, it's not an issue, and 0, close the bracket, that's it. Play it, it will be a bit up now.
oh yeah. Got it.
It's working, right?
Yes.
It's a bit up right now. Cool then. Any other doubt, guys? Shivang Sonkar, Soma, Ashutosh, Avinash, Ishita, Parnavi. If you have any issues, tell me right now. Any doubts or any other ideas that popped up in your mind? Please, can you quickly let me know who all are done with Unit 1, the classwork, the challenges, and the bonus features? I see quite a few videos there in the group. So Rajshekhar has done, Ishita has done, Professor Gautam has done, Lakshmi has done, Zabeen has also done, and Parnavi is also done. So that's like, I would say 50% of the class. Okay, nice. Not 50%, it is say 35%. So if you have any problem, please let me know, so that when once we move ahead from here, we have a better understanding of how things are working in Unity.
So Vinay, maybe I'm having a doubt.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let me share the screen first.
Okay.
Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Screen. Okay. Oh, how to switch?
So we are on the Teams page. Have you shared just the window or the screen?
I want to switch the display. How to do that?
Switch the
I mean,
display, then you have to share that screen only. Or maybe you have to
okay.
choose the maybe choose that particular
Yeah,
window which you want to
yes,
share.
yes. Yeah.
Now it is
Okay,
visible.
so in this, let's say, I think it's in Unit 2 lab. Yeah, in Unit 2 lab, I
This is, I
guess.
think, no, you are in Unit 3. This is the Unit 3 subject.
This is Unit 3. I
Okay,
just
you're out
started,
in
but
Unit 2.
sorry.
Okay.
No, yeah.
This is
Not
Unit
this one
4.
as well.
No, this is like 2 only.
What
Challenge
was
2.
it? என்னது அது?
That dog
Unit
fetch
Yeah, bonus
project.
feature too. Yeah. Here, they asked us to make the animals run across, right? Like from the sides also.
Yes.
So initially, I thought of making like two span manager, but later on, I thought maybe just with the same span manager, I tried something. It's
Yeah.
little bit, maybe I will show you what I tried.
So the animals are not spawning from the side, right?
They do spawn from the side, but it's little bit different. Maybe I will show you. See. Oh shit. Okay, I am dead. Okay. So initially, I will have to move little far. Yeah. So now you can see they spawn from random angles and random side. Okay.
Yes, nice.
Something like
Ah,
this. So
ah,
what I did was, instead of mm, making two separate scripts,
ah.
I just used the same thing, but I just rotated the position.
Yeah. Yes. So
Okay,
spawn
just the
but
vector
rotate the
position.
angle, that's it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
So
So you
there I
made new
initially
prefabs?
facing.
You
Sorry.
made new prefabs? You made new prefabs or what?
I
Or
think
the various prefabs?
it's the same. No. I didn't use any new prefab. It's the same thing. Same
Okay.
prefab.
Okay.
Same
Okay.
prefab. Only thing was I had some struggle in the beginning, but I figured out somehow. So what happened was basically
Position.
here we do right instantiate the animal
Yes.
prefab, the same set of animals, and the spawn
Yes.
position, yeah, we randomize it. Okay.
Yes.
But my concern was I need to rotate them, right? So
Yes.
for rotation, I didn't. I initially what I did was I just added. I just did plus and then vector
Plus.
3 of let's say 0, 90, 0 or 0 minus 90,
So y
0.
about 90. Right.
Yes. So like that
Ah,
I did and then it didn't work. It was throwing a lot of errors. It was telling this
okay.
quaternion cannot be converted to vector 3, something like that.
Yes.
Huh?
Because it needs angle. So because
Okay. Hmm.
it will take angles. The third argument is meant to take angles only. So vector 3 is not angle. So
Okay.
you have to do quaternion dot Euler. Yes.
Okay. And then I just Googled it and then tried this. But the only thing
This
was
works.
this particular transformed at rotation, this
Hmm.
animal prefab, this entire thing, when I actually printed, it was showing 4 values.
So
I
quaternion has
expect
4 values, no? Yeah, quaternion is a 4. It has 4 items. So
got
3
it.
for angles and 1 for the axis. So I think the very higher level meaning is that for any kind of XYZ rotation, you can actually map it to a 3-degree rotation or like 3 rotations along the axis. So basically,
Okay.
instead of turning this, and this, I can actually turn about these 3 angles in this axis or any axis. So for any rotation, there is a unique axis in which you can
Okay.
rotate to achieve the same orientation.
Okay. So that's why I was, because here I have put quaternion dot Euler of rotation offset, right? Rotation offset is a
Yes.
vector 3, which has 3
Yeah.
numbers only. So then only I was confused. Here it's 4 numbers, but I am actually rotating with the 3 numbers.
So
How is it
basically,
possible?
quaternion dot Euler will give you the Euler angle of the quaternion, not right.
Okay.
So if you wanted to use the plus thing, then what you could have done is new vector 3, some rotation plus new vector 3, and you convert all of this into quaternion dot Euler. Then it would have worked.
Okay. Okay. But still for rotation, I need to multiply these angles, right? I cannot add the Add. I cannot add here.
So you can add this and then do a so add the two vector threes together and do a complete Euler quaternion.Euler on this summation. So basically, do use vector 3, add them, and then do a quaternion.Euler of this particular term. Then it should work. But this is a good idea. So instead of creating new prefabs, you just changed it. So
Yeah.
why initially it is spawning animals in a straight? Acha, those are the animals which are already there in the scene in the hierarchy.
Yeah. These are already there in the scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hide them. Yeah, it can randomly spawn.
Yeah. So now, one more thing you can do it here is that if you remove these animals, now if you spawn all the animals, they will coming at an angle, right? So you can randomize the angle and then do a if condition, say a loop. Say if this random number is a even number, you will make them go straight. If it's an odd number, you make them go at an angle. So it will be like a lot of uncertainty how they are going to come.
Okay. Got it.
But this is a good idea.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
I thought I would have created a new prefab which is actually pointing in that direction and added in the loop.
Initially I tried that. Initially I tried that, and then I was rotating the angles, and then I was trying to save it to the prefab, like new set of prefab. Then I thought, let's just rotate the angles alone.
Yes, this is way more efficient because it's essentially using the same prefab and just rotating it when it is spawning.
Yeah.
You can actually try that thing that Roshan also did. You can make the animals rotate as well, so they will come like Shaktiman when they are coming towards you.
Spin. Okay. Nice.
Okay. So
Nice. Yeah.
Sabine, you have
This
a
is something.
question? So we can do a lot of cool stuffs with this.
Yeah. Now it's gaining the pace and the interest.
Yeah. Yes. The fun part is that whatever script you write now, you can actually see it in action. That is that's the most fun part. Like if you're doing like data science, machine learning, you rarely see what is going on. But with this, you can actually see it.
Correct. Yeah.
You can play around with that. So Zabin, you have a question, or it is the hand from the previous question that whoever has done unit 1, unit 2. Imandi, you also have a question.
It was from that, but I had one doubt. Like, can we self-instantiate an object, like without using like self-instantiate an object, like one object without the need of, like in the previous example, the farmer was instantiating the prefab. Can we make the prefab instantiate itself, like when the time comes?
So same thing now in the spawn manager, we are doing the same. It is on itself keep spawning the animals. You want the same thing. So you want to spawn, you want to instantiate something in the game without the player control, right?
Without the not player control, like the same object, within the same object, like we make the prefab instantiate from the prefab itself.
I'm not able to understand the question. You want to instantiate something in the game and you want to keep instantiating the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, but without using the object of in that farmer case, the prefab was instantiated. The code for instantiating the prefab while pressing the spacebar was done in farmer part. Like when we pressed the spacebar, it was instantiated using the farmer object. Can we
right.
Like instantiate the prefab within the that prefab code object, like instantiate when the spacebar is pressed with that without connecting with the farmer thing.
So you want to instantiate something without the farmer interaction, right? Without the press of the keyboard.
The object interaction.
The farmer object also you want to instantiate, right?
It's like the example we did like was like the prefab
the
was
voice is breaking a bit. I'm not able to understand.
Hello?
Yeah,
Clear
go
now?
ahead. Yes.
Okay. The thing was that in the first example, and the farmer instantiated the prefab. The farmer object had
Right.
Can be like the prefab can be instantiated by itself. Like when we press the spacebar, the code that was
Yeah. So let me just rephrase your question. You want to know whether we can instantiate a prefab by pressing a button without the farmer script, right?
yeah, without the script attached
Yes,
to
yes. Yeah. So if you look at the spawn manager, it is spawning the animals without attached to the player controller. So you can
But
have a empty
yeah, that's also using other object, right? An external object. We created an empty object for that.
object. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Thing like the within the prefab itself can be self-instantiate.
within the prefab, but for anything to happen, your object has to be there in the hierarchy. Otherwise, it will not be active. And those. So suppose my food my food item moves forward, right? Let me share my screen. So my food item moves forward when I am doing this, when I press a keyboard. So here, see, if I now play the game, I know that my food item has a script which moves forward, but we don't see anything moving in the scene because whatever is there in my hierarchy, only those items are actually active and other items are inactive. So whatever their behavior is, it will never take place. So that's why we make use of the empty game objects. So suppose you want to spawn something extra. So if you just create a new, so see, nothing will work unless I am pressing the keyboard. Right now, my player is dead already. So you can actually create a new empty game object. The whole concept behind empty game object is to actually do this kind of behavior only, which you are saying. So I want something to happen irrespective of the activity happening in my game. So I don't want it to attach to my player or an enemy or another behavior. I want say you want to change the weather or you want to start raining or something like that. So you can just create an empty game object, some object, and on top of it, write a script and attach a script over here. Then make it whatever you want. So there is a concept called controllers. This is what you were asking.
No, that I got. I just wanted to confirm the same. Like, can we within the prefab or within the object can we instantiate it continuously?
So best of my knowledge is that you have to create an empty object, attach a script to it so that it does the spawning and whatever you want to do. There is something called addressables as well in Unity, but I don't think that will serve your purpose. It needs to be that allows you to ask for an asset via its address. Yeah. So so this is the way to do it.
To rephrase his question, let's say in prefabs, if we click on any object, it also has these properties, right? Because we would have saved all those things. Like like detect collisions, all the scripts are also stored in there, right?
Yes.
So in that case, it's just the prefab and the script. So why don't we just write the script and then attach it to prefab without having any of the behavior defined as a game object?
That's what
Can that actually work?
That's what I meant, but it has to be in the hierarchy, right? Then only it will initiate, right?
So let me try to understand this. So you are saying, suppose this is my food item, it has all of these components attached and it's a prefab, right? And I am spawning this based on my farmer because it has a script, food prefab, and in this script, it is spawning this particular food item, right? Now you want to spawn this thing or any other prefab in your scene without the farmer game object, without the requirement of something attached to the farmer game object, right? Or
any empty object,
anything.
Or even the spawn manager also, without the spawn manager also.
Without the spawn manager.
Because spawn manager, we have the script now, Vinay. We have the script that is going to actually do.
Yes.
But let's say for the spawn managers, for the spawn manager, it requires three prefabs. So we have the prefabs.
Yes.
And the spawn manager script is already attached to the prefab.
Yes.
Then why don't we actually, why can't we just like that do? Why do we need the spawn manager game object? That I think that is one of the questions.
Yeah. So let me tell you why. So for this particular example, this is my scene. It has all these components, right? So when I click on play, only these components will get activated. So whatever behavior, whatever scripts we attach to these, you can attach this. You don't need spawn manager. You can attach the spawn manager script to the main camera as well. It will also work because this thing will remain active throughout the game. So basically, you want something to stay alive in the game so that it keeps on doing what it is supposed to do. If any object, you can have, say, all of these prefabs are there, but they are not part of my game object right now. But only when the spawn manager starts off, this thing comes into play. So you have to attach the behavior or the script to any of the game object which is there in the scene. So if it does not have a visual, you create an empty game object. So that's what the funda is.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. Yeah. Prefab or just some objects that are yet to be
Yeah, yeah.
used.
Yes, so I'll just like in Python and all, we have to define an entry point for my program. No, so this is my entry points. So whatever is there in my hierarchy, they can start anything. So you can have multiple prefabs, you can have multiple things, multiple scripts as well. Unless they are attached to a thing in the game object, they will never take
Correct,
action.
yeah.
They will never be
Nice, nice.
activated. So that's why you have to attach it to this.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Jabin, does that answer your question?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah,
you're
there's
asking
something
something
on the net, but I couldn't understand what they were saying. It was quite complex, and I thought like it's more easy. Like
so
self-instantiating an object, something like that. But what they explained was very, very complex. I didn't write that much.
So you're saying we can have a script, just a script, and it should keep spawning some things on my scene, right? Without attaching it to a game object, that is not going to work. So you have to create a random, any simple game object. So like in actual projects, we have multiple empty game objects. Say suppose one is my player controller, one is my spawn manager, one is my health manager, one is my weapon manager. So if you think of a game like Age of Empires or Warcraft, there are multiple things that needs to be tracked. So what is the health of my player? How many different weapons my player is having? At what state of there's a term called ulti, where you get the ultimate power to kill someone. So it keeps on loading. So there are you want to track how many food items the particular player has gained or acquired, right? So you create multiple empty game objects for each of those behavior to track, right? If you look at any proper game example. So there are multiple empty game objects which are called controllers. So spawn manager, or then you can call it player controller, health controller, weapon controller. So they are all just there so that the game can run and they can take care of each component in the game. And they do not have a visual. It's just an empty container, which is to say that whenever I click on play, you activate this thing as well. It does not have a collider. It does not have a transform. It will have a transform, but it will not have a visual or a mesh renderer or anything else. Just a script. That's it.
Thank you.
Okay. Then I think Imandi also has a question. Had a question. Avinash. Do you still have the question,
That was-
Avinash? Or
No, sir, that was the hand raised before for the Unity one.
oh, okay, okay. So anybody else? Any other questions, doubts, some issues you are facing that we can solve, or we move on to the unit 3? Any problems with the assignment or some bonus challenges, bonus feature challenges? Please let me know.
Sir, I'm unable to find
I
this
have-
challenge. Sorry.
Please go ahead.
Go ahead, Prakati.
Okay, so it's regarding that doubt I had posted earlier in WhatsApp. You
Okay.
had you had actually written that code itself when you were during the class last time, and when I did it, there were a lot of errors. I changed the way I am doing it because yes, I was able to spawn the balls at random intervals, but that method I couldn't replicate. And
Which method? The timer, writing your own timer.
yeah,
I
that
can show
one.
the script. So you have to, for that, you have to define, first of all, you have to define, do you want to share a screen or shall I do it?
In my,
If
I don't have that, like I deleted it because it was causing a lot of errors. So I have the new one, but not that one.
So in the new one only, we can write that one and we can test whether it is working or not without affecting your code. Is it okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Maybe you can take Roshan sir's because I'm in my phone. I'll connect via my laptop and I'll share my screen.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay, Roshan, please go ahead.
Sir, mine was about where I can find the starter files for the challenge, sir, because I'm stuck over there. I searched and I'm not able to find. I went to the Unity Hub,
So,
it added to my list, but I'm not finding it anywhere.
No. Not you don't have to add it in Unity Hub. You have to suppose I have to add. You have to go to assets, then import. This is you are asking. Import custom package, then add the starter file like this. So it will add all the files. This is you are asking, or where to download the starter file.zip.
No, is it there with me?
So you want to add the starter files to your Unity project, right?
Right. No,
So
I
you have
did
to.
that. Sir. I did that. This is for the
Huh.
challenge, sir. For the challenge.
Okay, challenge for which one? Unit 1, Unit 2?
Acha, so I have to make all that boundary, the wall and all of that, right?
No. There has to be assets. Challenge
The
2 or
link is
challenge
not
1?
there in the PDF. In the PDF, some links are not there. So we'll
Working.
have to go to the Unity link and then try
In
downloading, I guess.
the all lesson plan or individual lesson plan? Because I think the links are working in the individual lesson plans. So tell me about which
Okay.
challenge you're talking about. Challenge 2 or challenge 1?
Challenge 2 of Unit 2, sir.
Okay. So I am scrolling that. Let me just. So challenge 2
I think
of.
I'll try what you told. That is the
No.
starter
So you
files.
have to open your product, starter files, challenge 2. This is separate. I was talking about open your prototype 2 project, download from the tutorials material section, and double click on it to import. So it says tutorials material section. Let me just check. I think I have it open in my GitHub. Unix or Unity. Then I can share challenge starter file, challenge. Okay, they are not there. So I think it is there in the all lesson plan thing. There it will work. Maybe I'll have to check. Unity 2 design, create all lesson plans. Let me just search for challenge 2. Yeah, play fetch. Instructions folder. Sorry, it is not there. So you have to go to Unity learn, and they are not there. So what I'll do is I'll download and add it to my GitHub repo so that you can actually check it out. Sign in. I'll just add Unity here. Unity learn, Unity game development. Yeah, okay. So if I go to create with code, let's click here. And if I go to, it says unit 2. So I'll download and post it in the WhatsApp group. Unit 2.
Okay, sir. I'll also search this pathway.
No, it's there only. It should be there where introduction, random animal, play fetch. Yeah, challenge 2. Let's open challenge 2. Then it should be somewhere down here only. Let it reload. Yes, it's here. So I'll download it and I'll save as unit 2 challenge 2 here only. Save. So I'll just paste it in your WhatsApp.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Correct.
sir.
So I'll add this in the. It is uploading 4 MB. It's there in the WhatsApp group now. So I'll do the same for unit 1 as well. Maybe that way. It takes time to load the website. Challenge, quiz 1, challenge 1. So was it available? The plain programming, because I think professor also did this. I saw the picture. Yeah, it is here.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'll just
actually
save
available.
yeah. So I'll just clear control. I'll add it here. No, not what I want. Yeah, here only. Yeah. This is also added. I'll drag and drop this one as well. Challenge 1 starter files. There. And I will also do the same for challenge 3 now. Challenge 3. Okay, so you can actually check out this page, Unity Learn. So you can learn a lot more than what I am teaching in the class. There are a lot of things, and they do have video tutorials for everything. So basically, it's the official course from Unity, which we are doing, and at the end you will be able to get the certification, Unity user certification. Right. So moving on, any other doubt, or we start Unit 3 because we have.
I have it open.
Yes. Prakriti, please. You share your screen. We will see that now.
Can you see my screen
Not yet.
now?
No.
Sure. Now?
Yeah, it is coming up now. Yes. Okay, now it is coming up. Spawn Manager X. Okay.
Yeah.
Scroll down.
Should I first show also like what the script is and what it's doing?
So why it is you are not repeating it in the start function right now, or not?
I wanted to try that out. Plus, I wanted to. No, I think when I did it in the start,
This is
one,
correct.
it wasn't.
See. Now I got the error. So because you are using a float, timer is a float type, and time gap is also a float type, right? So this float and in the update function, you are adding timer plus time to delta time. So these things will never you should never use equality check for a float type of a variable. So, suppose your timer value is 2 and your gap value is 2, but still they will never be equal because it says your timer is a float. So it will be 2.000001 and your gap will be 2.00000001. So they will never be equal. So always use greater than. That's the only issue. Rest is fine. Just change the double equal to condition to a greater than. It will work. Every time it will work. So that's the only issue. But it's a very what would you say, a legitimate doubt, because like logically it should work. When it is equal to 1, I can do this, but in float the things will never be comparable. So it will take the some it will, depending on your computer and depending on the your processing speed, the time to delta time will be different, say for 0.009 0.0098. So it will never be equal. Now do you run, it will work, and call that function. Right, run it, it will work now.
I have a lot of comments here, so I have to activate the right comments to make it work. And I will
only you need just the timer and the time gap. That's it. Rest all is fine.
And
wait. Time gap you are checking out here. Fine only.
It
Yeah,
was
it will work. It will work. It will work.
Know that.
Okay. Time gap. Initially, what's the time gap? Initially define something for the very first time. Otherwise, it will not enter the loop. So define say 1 or whatever, 2 or what 1.5.
Give 0.
Okay, cool.
I mean, this I don't think there's a next.
0. If you do it 0, what will happen? In the very first frame, it will run and will make it 0 again. Next time, the time wave will be something else. Cool. It will work. It should work. Don't put spaces between your function name and the brackets. They are meant to be together. Say spawn ball, there is no space after that. Spawn ball, brackets.
1 second. I think you are seeing my screen in a lag, so I have spawn wall a channel speed.
Yeah. And below as well, where you define the method. There also it is space. Now save it and run it. It should work.
Yeah, no errors. That's good. Last time it was just error.
Because it will never be equal. See, it's working.
Working, but I think the
timer is not changing.
It's not. Mhm.
So for that, go back to your script. Click play on again. Exit the play mode. Go back to the script and define the time gap to be a public variable, and you see it in the inspector window. Make it public so that you can see it in the inspector window.
Public. Okay,
Yes.
and I'll put this range above, making me confused.
Make it on the top. Make it add it in the top. Just in the first line of update. Right. Do shift tab. Shift tab. Right. Okay.
Save,
And
it won't.
maybe you can print it, or you can just click. Now click on the spawn manager and see, so that you can see everything on the right hand side. Spawn manager, the game object. Time gap is visible. No, that is fine. Now play. You should see what's the time currently now. Time gap.
Should changing between 1 and 6.
See 251, 251. So it is doing fine.
But the balls are coming at the same speed. Somehow the time gap is not being registered, or maybe something.
Time gap is changing, and it is greater than time gap. Go back to the script.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're setting it to 0, and your timer is always. So you write this line, time gap is equal to random number inside the if loop.
Okay.
So basically, once it spawns, set the timer 0, then you change the time gap. So in the next time, once you have the time gap thing working, then only it will change. Otherwise, it will keep changing the time gap at each frame. Now it is fine. Now run it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So what it is doing, it is changing the timer at each frame, but the change is taking effect once it is greater than that. So they're running separately as of now. So it is 2. Now see, it is taking time. 5. Now it will happen after 5 seconds. This is working.
Yeah. Okay. This time it's working.
This is fine. Yes. So you only change the time gap whenever an object spawns. Otherwise, you are keep on changing it, say 60 times per second, and this thing is happening only once. So that's why some issue. We should right. So by the time it is checking whether it is more or less, the time gap already changes. This is fine.
Okay, thank you.
Wherever
Thank you so
you
much.
need to implement timer, you can use this thing. Timer is equal to timer plus time delta time. So you understood, no, why it is in seconds. So your time delta time is giving you time between frames, and you are keep on adding it. And when you add it, you get a full second, because it's a fraction of a second. You're starting with 0. So it becomes this thing. Time in seconds.
But if it's outside, it's still changing it.
Yes.
Then
So
why
it is
is
changing. It is changing because whenever it enters the if condition, then only it is changing. Otherwise, it is not changing. So suppose the very first time the time gap is 0, timer is also 0, and the second frame timer becomes greater than 0, right? Then in the second time it is entering the if loop. Then you are setting the timer to 0, and you're setting the timer to a new number. Then again it is waiting until the timer becomes greater than time gap. So all those times your time gap is not changing because it is not entering the if loop. So it will, whenever it enters the if loop, your time gap will change, and then it will keep on running. When the time becomes greater than the time gap, then it enters the if loop again. So everything, this is happening so fast. That's why we get to see that effect in the game, right?
Okay.
So otherwise, before it, when it was outside the if loop, at each call it is changing the time gap. So if condition is there, it is checking whether it is more than or not, but this is keep on changing. So at this instant it will change, but this keeps on changing. So maybe the overall effect is that because we are selecting between 1 and 6, no. So it is mostly coming to 1 2 1 2 second, 1 2 second, and it is working here. So we do not get a time to see whenever it is 5, because it keeps on changing really fast.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Prakriti, if you
also
want to,
noted.
Prakriti, so if you want to actually understand how this loop is actually working, I mean, sometimes some complicated loops we might not be able to figure out, right? So what the simplest way any coder can actually does is
Print
use
out.
a print function. Like here, it's I think
Yeah.
log something dot log, no,
Debug,
data
debug,
dot log,
debug dot log.
debug
Debug dot
dot
log.
log,
Yes.
debug dot log. So there you can actually print what is the value of time gap,
So
what is the value of timer.
right. So you can actually print timer just below the timer statement. Write debug dot log timer, and inside the if statement you write both timestamp in the
I missed
timer
it.
line. So in the timer line, just below the after that, the timer is equal to timer dot delta time. No, no, outside the if statement, the checking time passed. Enter there and write debug dot log timer is equal to timer. Capital D, capital L.
My pop-up thing is not working even now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now write no space. Double quotes. Write timer is equal to double quotes. Timer is equal to,
uh,
and now give a space after equal to within the quotes or write plus
what's
timer
10? Okay.
timer, right? And inside the if loop you write the time gap. Copy paste it and write time gap twice, once here and once above, just
Time
above
gap
the
also.
here you don't need timer because you already know time what is the timer from the above statement, right? Time gap. Here also we write time gap and copy paste this above the spawn random ball line as well, line number 45. Copy. So you will know what is before and what is after. No, just inside the brackets, not here. Inside the brackets. Otherwise, you will see that line inside the curly braces. Yeah, and remove the space above. So basically, the timer line you will see very quickly because it is calling the function every time, right? And this line you will see only when it enters the if loop. So you will see timer multiple times and time gap very few times. Now play it, save it first, and then play it. And where is your console window? Make it bigger so that we can see. Now run it. So you will see timer multiple times. You should see.
Not running. Yeah, now it's running.
See timer. Now see you time gap. Time gap. See timer, and few times only you will see time gap because last time gap is 2. So once it reaches 2, then only you will see a time gap. Now click on pause. The top button, center button. Pause.
Okay. Yeah.
Now you increase the width of console window so that you see a search icon. Increase the width. Now in search you write timer. In the search bar write timer. Right now you have say lot of timers. Now you write time gap. Or maybe just remove this from the. Just remove this search item. Scroll to very up. The top. Gap also is fine. Remove this one as well. Remove this gap as well. Now scroll to very top. Now you see. So timer starts at 0.02. Time gap is 0. Time gap now time gap becomes 1. Why? Because our very first condition is timer greater than time gap. So initially my time gap is 0 and my timer is 0.02. So the very first time it enters the if loop and the time gap changes. Right now we see timer 0.2. We again see timer 0.08. So only timer until it matches the condition. It becomes equal to 1. Scroll down. Now go down. Now it's 0.2. See the difference is very less. You keep scrolling. Now it will become 1. See now the new gap. Now you see time gap becomes 1. Before this is the first time gap. The new time gap is 3. Right. This is because we are printing it twice. Now your timer again will start from 0. It will take some time to reach the 3 so that it enters the if loop. Right. So it is increasing.
2 and it's almost 3. Yeah.
So now you will get twice time gap twice. So once is the previous one, this is the new one. Yeah. So this is, I think, very good point, Dr. Professor Gautam. Very good point. This is a very nice way to understand how code works. So you got it
Yeah.
now, how the flow is happening. And this is happening so fast. See, if you look at the timestamp for all the messages which are there on the screen are exactly same to the second. So it is happening, say, 60 times per second. That's why my timer, see the time. So what the very first bracket in any debug message is the time when it is happening. So it says 8:15:33 for all the messages because it is happening at that fast. That my least
Yeah.
count of the
Yeah.
clock is not right, because the time difference is in say zero point 0.0 seconds, 0.01, then 0.05. So the difference is around 0.02 if you look at. So the current difference in the line you are selected is for 0.08 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's very less. You can click on
Yeah.
pause and then play to come out of the play mode.
Oh, it's
Pause
okay.
and then play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. No, that was the issue. Any other problem?
Oh.
We have last
Only
12
time.
minutes to fix any issue. Come on, guys. Any problem, any roadblocks you're facing, let us know. We will fix it together. Harsh Bhati, all good with you? Saubhagya, all good?
Hello, hello.
Yes, yes, Saubhagya, we can hear you.
Sir, actually, I was stuck on, quite behind you guys on the
Mhm.
prototype 2. So,
Okay.
what I was trying to do is manually spawn the various animals. So,
Yes, right.
what's after applying the destroy out of bound script,
Uh,
what's happening is once the one of the initial prefabs gets despawned after going out of the bounds, it
uh,
cannot be respawned again. It
yeah,
shows
so I
you're trying to
so
access, it doesn't exist and you're trying to
yeah, yeah,
access it.
yeah, 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 yeah. So what you did is in Spawn Manager, these objects or game objects or animals should be added from the prefab folder. You must have added from the screen. I think same thing what happened with Roshan. So whatever you add from the hierarchy window, it will get spawned only once. And if
Oh,
you add
okay.
it from the prefab folder, so just check. If you double click, it will show you where it is where it is actually saved in the directory. If you see it over here, that means you are attaching reference of a object which is there in the scene, not a prefab. So
Hmm.
anything which you want to repeatedly spawn, they should be referenced from the prefab folder. So basically, drag and
Okay.
drop from the prefab,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Or you can share a screen. We can go through it together. If
I'll
that's
try
not a
to
problem.
actually this meeting was wasn't able to access this meeting from the application, so I'm currently accessing it to the browser. It's not allowing me to do it right
Share.
now. Yeah,
Is it? I am also joining from a browser only. You
I'll
should be
try
able to.
to do it.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. Mm, yeah.
So meanwhile, I'll try to replicate your error. So suppose I add these three animals from here. In the spawn manager, I add reference from my play mode. Then I click play. Only three will be spawned. That's it. No more.
Are you able to see the screen, sir? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So this
Yes, the
is
screen is
I'll
visible.
play it once and you'll see the error.
Yeah, it replicate the same thing. It happened for me as well.
See,
So they will once
I'll
they're destroyed, you will
respond them.
click on spawn manager. Click on spawn manager. It's working. No, for the cow, it is
Uh,
working fine.
the error now, error it's below.
Click on the spawn manager game object in the hierarchy window. See,
Oh,
for the
I-
element one. So basically, the element one, it was referenced from your hierarchy, and the cow
Yeah,
and
yeah.
fox are referenced from your game object. So just reference any other animal from the prefab window.
Okay.
After you exit the play mode, if you
Oh.
refer now, it will be gone once you exit play mode. Now you should add in the spawn manager. Click on, first of all, click on element 0. Don't refer now. Click, see it is in the prefab. The second one, click on the second animal. It's also in the hierarchy only. And the third one, it's also, so basically you have to add all of them from prefabs folder, not from the scene, not from your hierarchy window. But
Okay.
somehow it is still working for you. That is strange, but it should not be working.
Okay. I'll do that then.
Just drag and drop from the prefabs, drag and drop to there. You will not understand which one is from prefab folder. Just drag and drop. Cow. See, now it is giving a reference of this one. Nice. Fox and for horse as well. Now play. It should work now. Yeah, no error now. Awesome.
Yeah, it's not giving error.
Cool.
I'll stop
Great.
sharing.
Cool. Anyone else? Last 5 minutes for your doubts. Come on, guys. Any problem? Even in unit 1, if you have any issues, let us know. We'll fix it. If not, then probably we can finish the session today. You get 6 minutes. What's it, Professor Gautam? No more doubts.
I
Then
think-
we
Yeah, I think we
call
can
it
wrap
a
it up.
day. Yes,
Yeah,
let's
sure.
wrap it up.
Hmm.
Cool. Then thank you, everyone, and see you tomorrow. Yes.
So thank you,
Bye-bye.
sir.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.